Hi Recovery Girls, I'm Kristin. I am sharing with you today from beautiful Laguna Beach, California. I'm here enjoying the beach this morning before heading into a conference where I know God's going to challenge me and grow me, and I might be triggered and it might be painful, but it's going to be really good and healing. Today I want to share with you guys about how God can transform our losses into something great. I have too many examples of pain and losses in my life to recount on this brief video. And the way that my brain operates is generally when I experience something that's painful or a loss, I have a natural tendency to look at it through a loss lens. And there is definitely something to be said about grieving when we experience loss and acknowledging our true feelings. And that's something with the help of a therapist that I have learned to do in a real intentional way by writing out some of my thoughts and reflections on 4 specific grief questions that I can share with you at some other time. But beyond the grieving, my brain still tends to get stuck on reminiscing about what I'm missing, what I've lost. And one thing that God has been showing me, and has to keep showing me over and over again, because this is a hard lesson for me to learn, is that when He allows something to leave my life, or when a door closes in my life, or when opportunities seem to not be available, that He is still at work and He's caring for me beyond my wildest imagination, and that He is preparing something better for me. So one example of that was going through a really painful breakup where I was really serious with somebody, and it was a devastating loss. But as I leaned into God and listened to God more, there were some really important things that He was trying to do in my life, and breaking down the idolatry of romantic relationships, the idolatry of marriage in my own heart. And lo and behold, about 4 months after that breakup, I met my current husband. And so God was even using that painful loss to make room for something better in my life. Another great example is we were involved with a really wonderful church. And as we were, my husband and I were trying to have ministry opportunities there to use our gifts and our talents, the doors kept closing. And it felt very frustrating. And it was easy for me to tell myself a story that it was about me, or that there was something that about me that wasn't good enough. It really spiked my shame, which those shame voices can come back so easily. And lo and behold, you fast forward, and sometimes God doesn't open the new door or bring the new opportunity as quickly as I would like. But fast forward, and now we're in a situation in our church where we are both working and living out of our giftings and callings and passions from God, and the doors have just flung wide open without us even knocking on them. That's when I know it's God. So that's something that I'm reflecting on as I'm in this beautiful place right now, is that I wouldn't have opportunities to be here, to be going to this conference, to be doing this really exciting ministry with sexual integrity issues at my church if God hadn't closed some other doors. And I might not have met my wonderful husband if God hadn't closed doors in my life, in relationships in the past. Sometimes we have to go through a lot of pain to get to where we're kind of in a promised land type experience, a place filled with abundance and blessing. But if we lean into God in our pain and we keep asking Him for His will to be done in our lives, I promise you He can do amazing things. You know, I'm so thankful that I'm not on this recovery journey alone, that I'm thankful that I get to be on it with you.